Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chrissy and this is Barefoot in the Garden. We're out here cutting down a tree in the back that fell like 9 months ago and we hadn't gotten to it, so we finally tackled it today. So I'm a little exhausted, not too much energy to do anything else outside, but I noticed that the tomato plants are done for the season. They are struggling, honey, and I was thinking about pulling them out this week, but before I do that, I was like, it would be nice to have a couple more tomatoes to carry us out into fall. So I'm gonna show you guys how to tear out your old and start with some new starts that already have a jump start. All right, here are our tomatoes. I planted all yellow varieties this year. They go all the way back to the other side, but they have been hit by the heat wave, and you know, they're looking real crispity and they're really not producing good crop. They're kind of getting tore up by the stink bugs and, you know, drained of all their moisture. So I'm gonna pull them out, but I want to show you guys how I head start. All right, so here's your vine. Follow it up, look for a sucker. Suckers are the new plants that grow from the armpit of the existing vine. So this is your vine. This is your lateral branch that comes out like that. Doesn't grow any flowers. It's just a branch. Normally I would just prune these off, but you want to get the sucker. I'm going to give you guys another example. Here is your lateral stem that grows horizontal. Then you have your main stem, which is the vine that grows vertical, keeps going up. And then you have your sucker. Your sucker grows from the armpit of these two. So when you want to start a new plant, if you're going to tear out your old one and you want to get a little bit of a head start without starting from seed, see, this one's already producing flowers. So that's how you know you have the sucker too. They'll start pushing out flowers because this is pretty much just a new plant. You can let these grow out and your tomato plants will bush. I normally just trim to a main stem. So you're gonna go in here, you're gonna get that sucker and you'll just pinch it off. And then you have your new tomato plant to start. So you'll tear this one out and then you could plant another one in there if you'd like, add some compost in there and you're good to go. I would normally just prune off these little ones down here. Probably this one too. Just take those guys off. And then I would bury that in the soil, or you could put it in a pot to get started if you'd like. Let me give you guys another example. Oh, this is a big one. So here's your vertical main stem. Then you have your lateral branch, and then you have your sucker. This is a pretty big sucker. It's already started to produce. I normally don't prune the big ones off like this to start from. I'll get a smaller guy, but so this is an already mature tomato plant that you can bury deep in the soil. And you'll have a head start. And your tomato plants will push out roots all along the stem. So you can't really see on this one, but there's little white dots and fuzzy spots, and that's where your roots will come from. I know a lot of us have been affected by the heat wave and it's caused a lot of our crop to fail or just die out a lot sooner than we want them to. But this is just a cool way with tomatoes that you can get a head start, plant your second planting of tomatoes for your season, and have tomatoes all the way up into fall, even up into your first frost. So I hope this little tip helped you guys. Just a short one before I call it a night. I'm working on clearing out the garden too. I'm just gonna wipe everything out and start for a fall and winter crop. So we'll have some videos on that coming up real soon. But until next time, keep loving life, keep growing your own food, and grand rising to all.